Sirio Hi-Power 4000 mobile CB and 10 meter antenna. Unboxing, first look, installation and on-air test on CB by Paul, Mike 0 Whiskey November Uniform or 26 Charlie Tango 730 if you catch me on 11 meters and PMR 446.
Hello, it's Paul, Mike 0 Whiskey November Uniform or 26 Charlie Tango 730 if you catch me on 11 meters or PMR 446. It's a bit of an unboxing video today. Well, it would have been two, but unfortunately Parcel Force, or Parcel Fast as I call them because they're not reliable at all, so don't send any parcels with them, ever, failed to follow some basic instructions and leave the other antenna with a neighbour. This is about antennas. However, FedEx managed to send me the antenna that I ordered from Moonraker. The other antenna was ordered from Thunderpole. The antenna from Moonraker was the mobile antenna because they had it cheaper. It came in a box that's actually bigger than me, so I'm going to have to try and get into this so we can see what we got. I'm just hoping I'm getting into it right. Oh yeah, there you go. This is going to take a while because it's quite a long box. There's another part to this video which will be done tomorrow morning actually. But for now we'll focus on this. And it's amazing that the mobile antenna arrived first. I haven't got a knife with a bigger blade to hand, which isn't really helpful. Yeah, and I'm just starting to run out of room actually now, that's kind of annoying. But it's going to take a while for me to get into this anyway, so I haven't shown the box yet because I'm just undoing the outer carton rather than the actual box that the antenna will come in. The antenna in question is a Sirio Hi-Power 4000. If you know what one of those is, then you probably use one. But if you don't know what one of them is, it's quite a large mobile antenna that should tune on it should tune on both 11 and 10 meters. I'm going to have to rotate the outer carton around because this is going to not quite go well. And just try not to hit the tripod. Oh well, what can I do? Apart from try and get into this box. Yeah, it's on the desk now because it's the only place to put it. And my bottom line's such a long antenna. But, you know, only 11 meters longer really is better. Ooh. I don't know why they're putting the box this big though. Ah. Brute force and ignorance always works. Right. There you go. I packed it up well. I've just wrapped it in brown paper. Let's try not to do anything. This is going to look ridiculously large on my car, but I'll gloss over that. So long it knocks over the HTs, which are all the way over the other side of the room. Oh, there we go. I've just come off work, so this is it's about 25 past 10 at night, maybe half past 10 at night now, because I did have to stop at the local Tesco. Now this is the antenna in question. You can see how big this is. It actually touches the ceiling of the room. The bottom of the antenna there is loading coil. The whip and everything isn't attached. Now it's all in this plastic. Now I've got to think of the way to open that plastic. Normally with these antennas it's just a case of opening the top. There we go. So I've got this little rubber thing on the top. Just there, look. That's poking through to stop the antenna from probably coming out, I'm guessing. So now I've got to somehow, if I pull that off, which I'd pull it off anyway to cut the whip down. It's made of rubber. This is very similar to the antenna that I actually loaned from a local amateur, Mac M0RIE. He's got that back at the moment because he needed the mag mount. The Saturn came with the mag mount. This did it. But that's okay because that's the length of the whip. I can't even fit all that on the camera. I'll have to do something like that. So that's the part which connects to the coil. You've got your adjusting screws there. Got a little check genuine product tag on the antenna to make sure it's actually a genuine Sirio antenna. So that's the whip. Still going, still going, still going. It's just hitting things in the corner. Still going. There we go. It's quite tall. It's taller than me. So it's almost as tall as the ceiling in this room. And that's before I even fit the base coil. So I'll take this tag off if I can. There you go. And that is basically just for me to check that it's a genuine antenna. It's not the first Sirio antenna I've bought. I've got another one which is a base station antenna, but for obvious reasons I can't put that up. The antenna that I'm waiting for is a base station antenna, but it's only a small base station antenna, so it's not going to be the best in the world. So we can get that coil out of this really long package. Oop, there you go. And that's the coil. Big chunky matching coil. The PL259 connection, so it just screws straight onto a Sirio PL259 type mag mount. It should also come with some hardware, which is also in the bottom of the bag, which I'm now going to have to try and get out. And some instructions as well. Instructions are less of a problem because I can get them off the internet anyway. Probably just warning me not to drive under power lines, which is pretty much common sense. So that's got that all out. So now it comes with a bag of hardware, which includes a little security key. I've got one of these in the car already from the antenna that I've owned. So it is a Sirio Hi-Power series antenna. So the idea of that is that you can look it up with a little key fob, little rubber key fob for the key. You should also have, chuck everything out of that hardware bag, so I'm going to need it. Should have an Allen key for adjusting the tuning. That will be kept for the next bit of the video. That's the part that goes into the antenna that attaches it to the coil. There's a little rubber washer, which I suspect is part of that, and I suspect that's the screw thread on the other side. And then this rather bandabby-doozy little key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this on video so you can actually see what I'm doing. First of all, I've got to make sure I don't poke anything live. It doesn't look as though anything's live in here, except everything should be switched off. So we've got the end here, which kind of resembles a DV type mount, but it actually isn't. I'll need to follow the instructions because if I don't, I'm going to make a mess of this. The instructions landed on the floor. So, and are we? Caution, remove your ancestral cache, blah blah blah. Yeah, it just says just take it off. Do not transmit while loop is tilted. Periodic cleaner antenna with neutral detergent. Periodic take care of the correct locking of nuts and screws. It doesn't tell me how to attach it. Let's have a look. There should be a manual because I did see one on the internet. Yeah, here we go. Hi-Power series installation manual. So should have how I do that. Aha. So it says I should place the screw stud through the whip. So there's the whip. It says I should place that in there. It then says I should, well, when I don't lose the whip, it's on my lap down here at the moment. Oh, no work trousers. So it then says I should put on the other side, when I put this coil on, when I put that coil on, which I haven't actually done yet, there should be a should be this and the little washer, which I believe, according to, well, the washer's slightly distorted, but I think it's meant to be. It says that should go through the hole on the coil. How that works, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure that out for myself. Unless that... don't know actually. Yeah, I'm just going to try and screw that loosely in and see if it will go in. There we go. So that bit there screws in there. So the little black washer goes underneath it. So there we go. This is where I need that key. So the key's got two little pins on it, and they relate to two holes on the thing here, on the screw. So I'm just going to bring that up to the camera so I can show you. So there's the, if I can get that to focus, I'm not sure it will. Should be two little holes there, not sure you can see them. And then that's got two little pins on it that correspond to those. And that just goes in there and tightens that up. It's supposed to be like a security screw, but I don't believe it's going to be that secure. As long as it's tightened up, and that won't go any further. So that's not quite straight, that's got a slight angle to it. So all I have to do is remove that, slacken that off slightly, and then I can adjust it, not too much. Till it's straight and true, and then lock it back off. So I've managed to straighten it out as best I can. They'll be properly done when I finally get round to putting it on the car, and that's locked it off. So that's all. I think it's about 6 foot, this antenna. It should say on the... Right, so that's the height of this antenna. It's 6'7". It's a foot taller than me. I'm about 5'7". And it's definitely taller than the Orbiter Springer style antenna that's already on the car. Now, in the morning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to my new radio antenna tuning ground of the Hergill Road end of the old racecourse in Richmond, with this antenna in the boot. With the Allen key as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to take off the old Springer style antenna, and we're going to put this one on in its place, and hopefully with a bit of luck it'll work. But what I'm going to do now, before any of that happens, is I'm going to have something for my tea, because it's 10:30 at night and I've been working since 11:15 in the morning. Very long shift at the shop I work at. For those of you who don't know, I deliver pizzas for a living. Well, pizzas and other sides that we sell at the particular pizza shop I work at. I'm not going to name that particular pizza shop, but everybody who knows me in person knows which pizza shop that is. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video now, and I shall put this first bit of footage into the computer after I've eaten, so it's actually in there. And then in the morning, this very long antenna is going to... Ooh, I can't even fit it on the camera, that's how long it is. This very long antenna, beautiful antenna, proper antenna, made by a well-known manufacturer of antennas, is going to be going out on the go out on the road with me. So my aim is to get the SWR, hopefully have a bit of a dip in the middle between the CEPT and the 2781 frequencies, so and that's where I want it. And then we should be ready for some good things, hopefully. I do keep hearing stations on the 19 on a night, I wonder if this will pull them in better. It's a longer antenna and it's... yeah. That's almost as tall as the roof of here. Now, I was looking at my Orbiter Springer style antenna earlier while I was at the Tesco petrol station in Catterick Garrison, and I was thinking this one might be a little bit closer to the top of that canopy than our Orbiter's. That Orbiter's clearing it no problem at all. Oh well. So, Sirio Hi-Power 4000. We've done the unboxing. I've assembled it. Now I've got to put it on the air. So, that is for tomorrow morning. I'll see you then. Don't worry, you don't have to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. For you, it's going to be a couple of seconds, but for me, it's going to be at most 12 hours. But that depends on a lot of things. So, I'll see you when I see you with Sirio Hi-Power 4000. You can't really see much of it right now, can you? No. If you want this antenna, cheapest place I found you can get it is from Moonraker, which is where I ordered it from. It's the same at the moment. It's the same price as I think as the Sirio Hi-Power 3000, which is the smaller one, which is about the same height as me. This is taller, definitely by a long way. So, in that case, I'll let you know how it performs once I get it on the car and tuned up properly. It'll be tuned on the Thunderpole T3000 using 2 SWR meters, my Capo SWR meter and my Zetagi one, just to make sure that they all kind of tally up. And that'll be that. There's some snips in the car, but I'm going to see if I've got my other slightly heavier snips before I go out tomorrow, because I don't know whether I'm going to need to snip this, but I shouldn't. Right. Anyway, tomorrow I will catch up with you tomorrow. Today's the 20. Well, it says the 28th on there. Is it the 28th? I don't know. Could be. It is the 28th today. So tomorrow is the 29th of February 2020. It's leap year this year. Right. So I will see you on Leap Day. Right, well, you joined me at the Hergill Road end of the old racecourse in Richmond. Now, unfortunately, it's actually quite windy outside, so I can't really do much about that, so there might be a lot of wind noise on the video, which is not ideal. So the antenna's in the back, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and film me removing the Orbiter Springer style antenna and putting that one on. If there's a lot of wind noise in the footage, I do apologise for that, because I didn't actually know it was going to be so windy up here. Well, it's not rocking the car, so it's not that bad, but it is blowing a bit, so I'm going to see if I can put wind cut on this camera, because I know it has it. So, I shall return once I get out of the car and have done that. Right, okay, I'm not sure if you can hear me over the wind noise, but, you know, I'll try and put something in the video just to compensate for that. So, removing from the boot the new antenna, and on the roof is the old one. I'm going to close the boot for now because I'm a bit concerned damage to my tailgate might occur, so I'm going to lie this flat on the roof of the car if it will stay. And the first thing I need to do is unscrew. Ooh, that was actually quite loose. I'm surprised it even stayed to you. It did though. First thing I need to do is remove the old antenna. Just rotating it back. Now I noticed there's a little bit of rust at the bottom of that, which means that might need not a major problem. Wind noise again, and now I'm going to unscrew the little thread adapter which I had to use in order to put it on. So that goes on there like that. Now I'm probably going to have an antenna fall on the floor. So next job, screw this in. Get it lined up with a... Oh yeah, the wind's blowing it as well, and I'm having to hold the camera with one hand. So hopefully it will engage with the thread. Ooh, this is difficult. So put the camera down on the roof and my keys. See if I can get that to go on. There we go.
turning it the right way as well, that might help. There we go. Problem is, I've got the whip at the top, it's blowing everything everywhere. It's quite, there we go. That is now on as far as it's going to go. The next part of the job is to tune it. So I'll remove the 3/8 thread adapter and screw back onto the end of the stringer antenna. The camera's going to get blown around as well. Again, if you can't hear me, I apologise. Wind noise. The wind cut is on though. Oh. Okay, so there's the new antenna in all its glory. I'm probably going to take it off to trim it down, or just take the whip out, whichever. And this can now go in the boot of my car. Or through the tailgate, which is probably the easiest way of doing that. Ah, there we go. So that's the antennas now swapped over. Next job, start the engine, check the SWR. And I'll crack on with that. Okie dokie, so I've got the radio set to EU channel 1 in FM mode. Has to be FM really for these tests. And there's the meter, so it's in forward at the moment. It's also in the power measurement, so should. Yeah, this makes no difference, 4 watts as far as I can tell. I'll zoom in on the meter for you. Okay, so there's the meter. It's going to be difficult to keep that steady because I'm not really that steady. Yeah, it suggests about 4 watts, right? So, but forward SWR. I can't do that while there's dogs next to me, so I'll zoom back out for the minute. And that's just zooms in on the SWR meter for the minute. Okay, so we're on channel 1. Let's see what we get. I'm going to need to adjust that. This is going to be difficult because I've got to do it all one-handed on the video for you. Take it down a bit. It's very difficult because I'm having to adjust it. I'm thinking the SWR might be a wee bit high. Okay, so let's see what reflected does. According to that, that's actually a good match on there. So it's 1 to 1. I'm just trying to keep it steady. That's wrong way. Trying to get used to this camcorder. It's been a while since I've used it. So it's 1 to 1 on there, channel 1. So that's a perfect match, no problems at all. 40, top of the EU band, but about the middle frequency, which is where I actually want it to be. So go back to forward on this SWR meter, and I shall calibrate that. Really difficult. Needs no calibration there. Right. So I'll zoom in again and I'll let you see that. Okay, just a tiny bit off the stop. So, tiny bit of calibration needed there. Okay, reflected. Still good. Okay. Still good. And that's on CEPT channel 40, which is kind of what I expected. Okay, so that's AM UK. Okie dokie, so let's take it to channel 1 in the UK band. Let's do this again. I expect there might be a slight mismatch here, but it shouldn't take me long to fiddle that with the antennas to get it right. It's very difficult to do because I don't have a means to stand the camera up, so I should be on forward first. I'll run through this again off camera and then run off at then again with the not the capo meter. This is the capo meter, the taggy meter. So that needs backing off a bit.
too much now. I've got the volume turned down so you don't have to listen to static. There we go. So now, reflected, very difficult to do. A little higher there. Still below 1.5, which is impressive. I was expecting that. So let's go to channel 40, which it should be close to 1.5 there. This might be just set in the middle of... not sure where this is set. Okay. Reflected. Yeah, it's closer to 1.5 at channel 40. That's more or less where it should be. That's alright. I haven't got a problem with that. Okay. I'm going to go over those tests again off camera. Right. I'm not able to do the comparison with there's a tachymeter and there's a big reason for that. This car has just appeared next to me. This is, I believe it's a Land Rover Discovery Sport. Off the top of my head. That just pulled up and the driver of it gave me some rather mucky looks. Like, oh, they're not walking dogs. Yeah, I could be here if I want. Let's see what's on. On today. Don't expect a lot. It's quite early. Yeah, doesn't appear to be much out there today. But the antenna's working, it's tuned better than I was expecting it to do. Right, to go for mode. Check the U band. Yeah, I don't hear anything out there. Let's go for AM because we can. Bit of interference on AM. Not sure what's causing that. Could be my car actually. Let's do the old obligatory 19 for a rig check, see if I get out. 19 for a rig check. Well, isn't that typical? 19 for a rig check. Isn't that just bloody typical? 19 for a rig check. Not even the burner brigade are on today. That's interesting. 19 for a rig check. We'll give it one more go and then call it there, I think. Just move my cable about there. Get it out of the way. Yeah, 19 for a rig check. Could hear something in the back of the box there, but... yeah. Just hear say something in the back of the box there. Yeah, anyone on the 19 for a rig check, please? Anyone on the 19 for a rig check, please? Always the way, isn't it? But the best part is I didn't even have to adjust that antenna at all. It's tuned, it's working. Yeah, there's something in the back of the box there, but I can't really hear it. I'll give it one more go and then I've got to go and do other things today, unfortunately. before I get this video actually uploaded. It's the 29th today. So it's the following morning from the previous part of the video, just so you know. As I said it would be. Right, one final go. Anyone on the 19 for a rig check, please? Yeah, there's someone in the background, but I think they're a bit far off, so they're never going to hear me. Yeah, I don't want this person that's just walked past the car to well, you know. Yeah, there's someone in the back of the box there, but I can't hear a thing. So, and no one's coming back to me for a rig check. So, that's, well, that's that really. The antenna's on. And I can't really complete the entire on-air test, but you just never know. I'm going to have another nosy around the channel, see what I can find. Try the EU band again. AM. Because we're allowed to use AM since 2014. There's a lot of noise on there, but I think that may be the car. Or things in the car, I don't know. Back to the... right. See if that's changed. Anyone on the 19 for a rig check, please? Nothing. But I know it's working because I've checked SWR and that's pretty much where it needs to be. And so it should be good. Anyone on the 19 for a rig check, please? Right. Anyone on the 19 for a rig check, please? Yeah, when you're filming it never works out as planned, so I'm not even able to make a contact. That's annoying. There's no one even on at the moment. Right, so that's me. I'm done up here. So let's put that one back. Water squat's back on now. So this is Paul, Mike 0, Whiskey November uniform, or if you catch me on 11 metres at PMR 446, it's 26 Charlie Tango 730. Or you could just call me the Red Squirrel if you want to be old school on the CB and use handles. Right, so that didn't quite go as according to plan, sadly. So, not quite an on-air test, but it you know, I'll update the description of the video if I actually manage to hear anyone and make any contacts. Okay, so there's 7.3 for now.
Don't forget, you can subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to be notified of new videos as I upload them. 73 is from Paul, Mike 0, Whiskey November uniform, or 26 Charlie Tango 730 on 11 metres and PMR 446.